Hi you guys, my name is Oshun the Great, and welcome to my beautiful channel. Just a disclaimer, if racial topics upset you or you're sensitive to hearing the side of a black woman in America, I'm warning you now, do not watch this video. But if you can handle it, by all means, you can stick around because it's going to get really real on my side and what I feel being a black woman in America. Now, Black people experience racism on many different accounts and on a large spectrum, meaning we can experience racism here directly, like blatantly, like someone can just be like, calling us the N-word straight up, or like being very hateful just publicly, or having hate groups. Or it can go to subtle racism where someone bumps into you or does like little petty shit to like anger you, clench their purse when you're walking by them, or like hide your PIN number when you're standing by them and shit. Little shit like that. Like people, and then there's like even like another level what people are kind of unaware of that I'm going to touch on today is the fake humanitarian. And basically that the fake humanitarian is the person of another color or a white person who pretends to be an ally of the black person or the black culture, or the white person who has one or two black friends and they think that they're okay, they're excused from prejudice or racial, they're exempt from the race war, or that they're automatically not racist, or like, they won't do anything offensive to the black culture because they have black friends, or we help the community, we give back, we give money, or we give I have a black girlfriend or a black boyfriend, or it can go many ways. With the fake humanitarian, it has a lot to do with what I feel is white guilt, meaning a lot of white people, instead of wanting to learn about black culture and how they can really contribute or help or even just take part in it or just listen to a black person, they feel guilty of what their ancestors have done or what we still have to experience. So they feel the need to help in a certain way, and that's mostly by how things look on the outside. That doesn't mean that they're really not racist. It means that they can be saying nigga in their head, but on the outside, they're doing the best they can to help. But then there's still that racial tension there. So there's a lot of levels to racism that people understand that we really deal with, and that black people aren't dumb. We aren't unaware. A lot of times we are aware of all these different levels of racism, but then I guess people have this idea that they're intellectually superior. So people sleep on that level of understanding that we don't understand when we're being mistreated, or even if the other person is unaware, we are aware because we are so highly sensitive because of so much being treated poorly, being treated badly. And maybe this isn't every black person's case. Maybe this is just my case. I'm not going to speak for all black people. But this is my truth. So like this is my freedom of speech. But what I've noticed so far is that you do have a lot of fake humanitarians, people who feel like, look, I can't be racist, I'm doing this. But if you're not really like listening to someone who has been oppressed or is being oppressed, if you're not listening to them, trying to take their feeling into account, trying to really understand them, trying to take part in like their community as far as like being with them, not just like sliding a couple dollars, or I'm dating this person, or I'm being friends with just this one person, and you're still just doing racially insensitive stuff like saying the N-word, or when you're not around them you're belittling their people, or saying this is how black people are anyway, so you should have expected that. Like, that is what I mean by fake humanitarians. So the people who are two-faced, they're one way with with black culture or with black people. The next thing you know, they go back to their community and they're just like, look, I help these savages. So there's still people who think in that manner. And really, I just wanted to touch on that for my community as far as being weary of that, because I've been in situations where it's like, when you're taught so much to believe in another culture because your culture has been so shut down, you start looking to other cultures to save you or to understand you, and there's no possible way that they can even fathom because they're not in your experience. So don't rely on outside cultures or like people to teach you who you are. You have to figure that out by yourself and look inward. And it's not just to say that you are just your skin color. That's not what I'm saying at all. But a large fraction of how we get treated in America is by our skin color, because we still have so much ignorance around racial tension and the race wars here. And unfortunately, like I said in the past video, that it will take a long time for us to progress, because we're still at the beginning stages, and we have a lot more to go, and that we haven't even moved a bit as far as progressing in race for a while after like segregation eras and shit and voting. But yeah, that is my little outlook on that. So be wary of the fake humanitarians, and like understand the racial tension. So if you are a Black person in America, like you're not paranoid. Like your feelings are valid. So you're not paranoid if you feel racial tension somewhere and someone's trying to tell you otherwise. Like, oh, why does everything have to do with you a color? Like, why isn't it anything to do with color with you? Like, question back, like, why doesn't my life matter enough for you to be like caring what I think, kind of shit. So it's kind of like the movie Get Out. A lot like that, because it's like, if someone isn't caring about like what you have to say, especially as far as color, because that shit is your life or death in America. That's life or death. So you telling me my life don't matter, and that is why stuff like Black Lives exist. It's not like these other cultures, white people or other cultures, are fighting for their life on a daily basis like this. It is nowhere near the same thing at all. And again, before we can get to equality, we have to break down like what's really happening. Look at the facts. Look at how we are treated. Compare and contrast. Like we are all smart. Like we need to start having real discussions and like really breaking down, like going back to school on this shit. Like compare and contrast this. Like, no, you don't get shot down in the street. Come again. Like try something else. And you don't get bags clenched. You don't get motherfuckers trying to say you're a savage in subtle ways. Trying to make you react on a daily basis. But yeah, that is my little rant, you guys. Be dope, be unapologetically. Peace.